What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today we're taking on Liverpool in the Premier League, and we have our first game in the Champions League group. We've been drawn in Group H against PSV, Atletico Madrid, and Club Brugge. So definitely could have been worse, but we've gotten away with a fairly easy group. I've decided we're winning the Champions League this year, so make sure to stay tuned for that because we're doing it. We have to win the Champions League this year. We've also made a couple more signings, so that's fantastic. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. So as you can see, we've only had one league game since we were here last. We beat Burnley 5-2, comfortable victory. Moukoko with a hat-trick, Jude Bellingham with a brace. So they're both on 5 league goals so far this year. I think things are going well for them. And the Champions League group, as I said, should be a comfortable time. Can't imagine it's going to be too difficult. I think the next episode will be Club Brugge against Chelsea. We also drew Chelsea in the EFL Cup third round. So again, another Premier League side, because of course. But yeah, transfers. We did have a little bit of a busy time on deadline day. Alexander Mills is coming from Rosenborg, where he's like a backup goalkeeper. So random English player that appeared. So that's fantastic. I guess it's fantastic. I don't know. He doesn't look that great. A player you might remember appeared. Stuart O'Kane Masterson, player we had at Slovan Liberec, is after joining. Paid 95k for him. He's never really played football, to be fair. Last time he played more than 3 games in a season was for our B team when we were in charge of Slovan Liberec. So his progress has stalled ever so slightly. Niall Delaney, Ireland striker / midfielder, has joined us. This one was a bit strange because I don't think we really need this player, but we have him. Paid 31 million for him, and he scored for Ireland in the most recent internationals against, I think it was we played against Northern Ireland, and we played Poland first and got absolutely slapped, and then we beat Northern Ireland, so that was quite good. And then we've got 3 goalkeepers here. Jimmy Davison is utter trash. Signed him from Newport County. Josh Gibbons, signed him from Turriff, which is a Scottish side. Again, not the best player in the world. And then Josh Holland came from Chelsea. So a bunch of random goalkeepers, because I said I was looking to sign a goalkeeper, and then these 3 guys appeared. But then we also signed Andre Batari, player we didn't really need, another right back, but it is FM, and what can you expect from directors of football? They love right backs. So we have another right back. Kekarish and Isak didn't make the Champions League side, so that's disappointing, I guess. But for the game against Liverpool, I'm starting with Falcao in goal. Porro is going to continue at right back. We do have Batari on the bench looking to make his debut. Omo Bamidele, Diaz and Pinto as our back 4, or the remainder of our back 4. Blas Valverde in central midfield. Then Christian Douglas, Bellingham, Simon and Moukoko leading the line. So hopefully we're going into this game and we can keep our good run of form going, because I think it's 6 wins on the bounce and we scored many a goal. So it's going to tell the players to go out and do what they did last time, because what they did last time was pretty good. I actually haven't seen the Liverpool side, so we might just hang on for a moment. Just have a look at the Liverpool side. The Georgian goalkeeper has actually started being somewhat good at football recently. I think the last 2 weeks he's been goalkeeper of the week, or in the team of the week as the goalkeeper. So that's not bad, I guess. Liverpool are lining up the same as what Arsenal did when we beat them. So there's a chance that we could have the same result. Because Arsenal are technically better side. Liverpool sacked their manager right at the end of last season because of their poor showing. Is Akamash finding Hannibal, who, as I saw, it said that he's starting this game instead of Harvey Elliott. But it makes me wonder, why is Harvey Elliott playing in central midfield? Jeremy Pino. No, he's onside. He's onside. Don't worry about it. He's onside. I'm not even going to, goal awarded. You can tell he was onside. Makoko has been not involved so far, but we are only 14 minutes in. Christian Douglas not having a fantastic game. I would take a draw. To be completely honest, I would take a draw. Would I be happy with it? I wouldn't be delighted, but I will accept a draw. I think so far there's only been like 2 games this season that have ended in a draw. So that's an interesting statistic. I think only 4 teams before this round of games had actually finished a game on the same amount of goals, which is what a draw is, in case you didn't know. Welcome to FM101. If you score the same amount of goals as your opposition, then the game ends in a draw. Valverde finds Makoko, finds Simon, back to Pintas, Valverde, Blas, goes back to Omobamidele, Blas, Pedro Porro. Can he get it across? He finds Blas, dinks it across, Simon. Who's in it? Our entire front 4 haven't been having great games so far, so it's nice to see them all kind of get involved just a little bit. We're actually going to change Makoko to a complete forward. Bellingham, he's headed over. I think my corner routines all aim at Omobamidele, so I'm not sure why Jude Bellingham was one on the end of that. And we've picked up a free kick. Is it Makoko going to take? I think Makoko's our free kick taker. And tactical genius, lads. Swapped him over to a complete forward and suddenly he starts scoring goals. Get in. Beautifully taken. Look at the whippage on that. Oh, whip. So we were 1 down and now we're 2 up. I'll take that. Now we just have to keep this going for the rest of the game. Fantastic. I'm going to put my fists. I think you can do even better. I will have just a quick chat with the different sections because Douglas isn't having a great game. We do have Adeyemi on the bench and Castiel, so we could put Castiel up front and have Makoko play on the wing if he's not going to be super involved. Niall Delaney can play attacking midfield or central midfield or striker, so you can kind of play through the spine of the team, which is a nice thing to have, even though we don't really need a player who can play up the spine. But it's all kind of... everything's just calmed down in the second half. I'll take it. Jude Bellingham looks like he's given everything he can. Okay, we'll take him off because he is not playing all that well and he's exhausted. So we're going to bring on Delaney. Douglas can come off. We're going to move Makoko out to that side, bring on Castiel, even though it wants me to bring on Adeyemi. I don't think I will. We leave it at that for now. I don't want to make all my substitutions just yet in case we have a situation where someone picks up an injury or a sending off. A sending off would be just very frustrating. Valverde finds Bellingham, scoops it over the bar, and we get to make our substitutions. I'm really surprised Douglas struggled so much, seeing as I suppose he's... I'm not really sure why. I was going to spout some reasons, but there isn't any. Pintas is having an absolute... Makoko has picked up a knock. Okay. Makoko is injured, so we'll just take him off and bring on Adeyemi. Please tell me it's not a bad injury. Potential knee injury. Not ideal. but we just be fine. We'd be fine. We just keep it doing stuff. They've moved to a slightly more attacking option, going for an attack midfielder instead of a defensive midfielder. What pass was that from Blas? Jeremy Pino, the absolute touch of the century. Valverde does get a clear. Castiel has picked it up. We haven't seen much of Castiel so far, but it is early days. We're only fourth game. Oh, Delaney's through. Niall Delaney, on his debut, puts the ball in the back of the net. He had scored one league goal for Fulham already, and I'm guessing he'd already scored a goal in the cup, because he says he's got 3 now. I guess. I've not really been paying... You'd think I'd pay attention, because he is one of my strikers for Ireland. I'd be like, this guy's, keep an eye on this guy. As you can see, Bristol City and Wolves started off quite poorly as well. Bristol City's number 1 goalkeeper is Caoimhín Kelleher, who is out for 5 months. So that's not ideal, but it's fine. So we are still top of the league, still unbeaten, and we're taking on PSV Eindhoven in the next part of this episode. So we'll be back in... I never told you, Stevie G is Liverpool manager, which, to be expected. So we will be back in just a second to take on PSV. Don't go anywhere. Alright, fellas, so it's time for us now to take on PSV. And we've made a couple of changes. Some of our players are a little bit tired from the last game, so we're just going to make some changes. Some players are injured as well. Raheem Sterling is out injured. A bunch of players aren't registered. Moukoko is also injured, could play, but I'm not going to risk him because there is no need to. So we're giving a debut to Batari at right back. Lopez comes in for Oma Bamidele just to give him a rest, because the poor dude has been run off his feet. Valverde moves to the box-to-box midfielder. We have Haga playing as the Mazzella. Adeyemi is coming into play on the left because Philippe Simon was just a little bit tired. Everyone seems fine now, but we made 6... Alatobi is in for Pintas. Just because Pintas wasn't great in the last game. Might be injured, can't remember, or tired. Something happened. I've decided to make changes. So we're just going to do the things, and we're going to win this game. Favourites for a reason. Make me proud. Castiel is starting up front. He has experience against PSV. He used to play for Willem II, as does Batari, also having been at Willem II. So I didn't realise actually Willem II have gotten an awful lot of money off us. Ruben Diaz has picked up a knock already. Has he, or is he just tired? Is he going to recover? Safanov gets ball forward. Ruben Diaz heads it clear. Valverde, Bellingham, big ball forward for Castiel. Castiel's onside. Get in! You can tell the assistant manager is over here. He's not waving his flag. So it's a goal. It is a goal. Castiel with his first. Ruben Diaz has picked up a knock, indicating he wants to come off. Suffered a bruised ankle. We'll even play on a little while. Club Brugge took the lead against Atletico Madrid, but within 3 minutes they'd equalised. They're like, I thought he was after joining an English club. Something popped up about him moving to someone in the bottom half of the league, I think, but clearly that was incorrect. Douglas was offside. So there was also another player that was an Atalanta winger, I think, had an offer accepted to Douglas. Comfortable save for the goalkeeper from Douglas's header. There was an Atalanta winger had an offer accepted from Manchester United, but he hasn't joined them. And I only know this because it came up as a player that's recommended to me in my scout report. Oh, Christian Douglas. That was a shambles of defensive work by PSV, but we have won a penalty. And I'm not sure who our penalty taker. I'm guessing it's Adeyemi. Yeah, Adeyemi steps up to take the penalty 23 minutes in. And we are 2-0 ahead. Get in. Hector Lopez having a pretty good game. To be fair, I don't think our defence has had to do an awful lot. Has had to do nothing. They haven't had a single shot yet. Ruben Diaz was up to a 7 for a second there, but I will probably take him off at halftime just to make sure that he doesn't get more injured, or might take him off sooner if he doesn't regenerate. He is Wolverine at the moment. Was down at like flat red, not anymore. One of our players was pushing a PSV player over the goal line. I think it's fair to say that you probably wouldn't get away with that in real life, but it probably was just a visual glitch. Christian Douglas to take the corner, doesn't beat the first man. That was a terrible corner. That's Robbie Brady levels of bad. Adeyemi, that would have been quite a goal had he scored that. Unfortunately, he didn't, so we're not going to bother talking about it. We don't have a left back on the bench. I was going to say I could bring Alatobi on, or move Alatobi over to play centre back. Jude Bellingham, oh, he's hit the post. Could have pushed Alatobi over to play left back and had someone play in left back. We don't actually have left back on the bench. I put Pedro Porro on the bench instead of having someone that could play more than just right back. Sometimes I wonder. Oh, that was quite unfortunate. It was offside, but that was a very, very good effort. We're going to tell the players to stay on their feet because we've accumulated a number of cards in that first half. Diaz, you can come off. Biedamen is going to come on, but I'm going to... Actually, Lopez is playing really well there. So that is the only change we're going to make at half-time. Don't really need to do an awful lot when we're 2-0 ahead as it is. They've taken off Stings, who, to be fair, we didn't really see an awful lot of anyway. There's not many of the PSV players have actually had the ball, so not surprised. Douglas is true. Never really looked like scoring there, but that's fine. Might bring Carlos Vitor on at some point to give him a bit of a run around. He hasn't had too much in the way of football this year. Played a good few of the friendlies, but he's not really been a player I've considered. Oh, Lopez and Patari just had an absolute mare between each other. Thankfully, Rusin hit the crossbar. So we do continue to lead 2-0. Would be a nice... Oh, Club Rouge are winning. What is going on? How are Club Rouge beating Atletico Madrid? Is Belgium really good at football now? And I just... Like the Belgian league really good and I just don't know it? I feel like that could be a thing. I'm going to take Valverde off and bring on Vitor, but move Vitor to play as the advanced playmaker. Bellingham can play as the box-to-box. We're going to leave it at that for the time being. Carlos Vitor, I think it's his first game of the season, gets to play in the Champions League. I would be pretty happy if that was my first game of the season. Carlos Vitor finds Adeyemi. Adeyemi just passes it to Velasco. That was a terrible pass. Biedamen finds Haga. Big ball forward. Oh, just a little overhit. But Castiel is just going to stand in front of stand somewhere near the goalkeeper. In the vicinities on the pitch. Technically all the players are near the goalkeeper. Christian Douglas finds Batari. Whips it across. Castiel, second goal of the season from his first start, might I add. 3-0. This is a lot more comfortable than I was not really so much expecting, but thought we'd have a little bit more of a battle. Carlos Vitor, cheeky shot, saved by the goalkeeper, and it's gone for a corner. Douglas with it, whips it to the back post, can't find any of our players. Jude Bellingham Finds Haga. Dinks it up. Oh. Gets cleared by one of the defenders. And Jude Bellingham is tired. I should probably do something about that. But am I gonna? Go on. We bring on Delaney, who is more of a Mazzella. So Haga can play it box to box. Just bringing a guy on or moving a guy over to play in a position that has more attacking or tackling, who's already on a booking. Not a great cross, but I think that was Douglas, but Adiemi's picked up. It's all going a little bit too quick for me at the moment, it would seem. Carlos Vitor shot is blocked by the goalkeeper. He's really gotten into this game. It's nice to see. You see a lot of time players will take a long time to get into a game. He's just kind of chucked himself straight into it. Omabamandele with the tackle ends PSV's counter-attack. And chuck a bit of praise to the lads. 6 minutes remaining. Christian Douglas steps up to take the free kick. Keeper got a touch to it. Christian Douglas with the corner. Can't find a Man City player. It's gone for a throw. And nothing happened. But we have comfortably done the business over PSV. We had nearly 40 shots. Only scored 3 goals, but we still had 40 shots. We still peppered their goal. Falcao. Not great goalkeeping to begin with, but then kept a hold of the ball, which is all that you can really ask for. Lopez finds Batari. Delaney. Alatobi. Delaney is actually number 10, in case anyone hadn't noticed. So, big things expected of him, I would imagine, being the number 10. And we spent 31 million on him. So he's an expensive enough player as well. In saying that, we did spend a lot more money on other players this summer. So, I think is the correct terminology. Adiemi's just running into the corner to end the match. Yep, there we go. 3-0 against PSV. That is delightful. Well done, lads. Good win for us. Get in. Makoko misses the first game of the Champions League. Castiel steps in and does the business. The Bruges game did end with Bruges winning 2-1. That's pretty good. So, ourselves and Bruges are top of the group, which I did not expect to be saying at the end of the first round of games. But as I said, the next episode will be Bruges and Chelsea. So hopefully we'll still be unbeaten in the Champions League when we go to take on Club Bruges. And I can't imagine that they're going to drop points to PSV if they're able to beat Atletico Madrid. Unless Atletico Madrid are just really, really bad now. So make sure to pop back in for that one. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, fellas. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.